All right, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very first episode of the Toyota Corolla track budget build. Beside me here, I got some components that came in recently. I'll guide you guys through all this stuff in a minute, but this first episode is basically just going to be getting the maintenance on the car sorted out, aside from the coilovers. I mean, I guess it is part of maintenance because the shocks are kind of gone on this car, but yeah, anyway, this part is going to be just doing all the maintenance that the car needs. So we got a full front suspension kit, valve cover gasket, OEM Denso spark plugs, and obviously the coilovers. These are max speeding rods, and I'll get into why I got max speeding rods later on in the video. But yeah, so right now what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be starting with the valve cover gasket. It's a very important part because I decided I'm going to keep the 1ZZ in here for now. And it is leaking. I'll show you guys in a minute here when I pop the hood. But yeah, right now we're going to start with the valve cover gasket. And I'm just going to give you guys a closer look at everything else before we actually start. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so here is the glorious 1ZZ, one of Toyota's most reliable engines, other than the fact that it burns oil. Anyway, as you can see, valve cover is seeping a lot of oil, so that definitely needs to get done. Valve cover itself is not the prettiest. We might actually end up painting this if I have enough time. But yeah, as you guys saw here, it's leaking a lot everywhere, front, back. I did actually pull off one of the ignition coils earlier in the week to see if it was seeping any oil through the cylinder walls there where the spark plug sits. It is not, luckily, so that's a good sign. So the kit does come with the gaskets for the spark plug tubes, so we're going to be obviously replacing those. And we're going to check the condition of everything inside the engine as well, like the timing chain, the valve seats, all that stuff. Make sure it's all good. Make sure there's anything obvious that needs to be addressed. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys the leaking here. This is why we're changing it. Maintenance first, and then this engine will be ready for some abuse at TMP. So without further ado, let's get this valve cover gasket in.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we got the valve cover seat all cleaned up here. All the grease is out of there. All the old gasket is off. This was super crusty in here. We threw some degreaser on here, cleaned it up, washed it out nicely. We also did try to clean up the top a little bit. I was going to paint this, but we are going to be swapping this engine pretty soon, so I'm not even going to bother with painting this. We're just going to slap it back together for how it is. We're going to go ahead, put the gasket on, and then get this valve cover back on, and then we'll get to the spark plugs.
If you wanna know what it's like, I can't stay here forever. Stay here forever. Baby, I'm just keeping it real. You hold me down on the weather. Down on the weather. You pull me down, 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 down. I try to turn it around, but you pull me down, 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 down. 10 feet under the ground. You pull me down, 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 down.
Alright, so as you guys seen, we got the valve cover and the valve cover gasket all done. Now we need to do is just start it, make sure that nothing is leaking. Spark plugs also in, forgot to mention, as you guys just seen. Those went in pretty smoothly. The old spark plugs were kind of disgusting. So hopefully it should run a lot better with the new Denso spark plugs. We're going to go ahead, we're going to start the car, make sure nothing is leaking. Gotta let the socket on the crank wheel. Let it pull out. Grab my light. Alright, so spark plugs are done, valve cover gasket is done, no leaks as we found out, so that's good. So yeah, with the power of editing, I guess we'll just transition into doing the suspension. Alright, excuse the poor lighting, gotta use my flashlight here. So I was actually going to start with doing the control arms and the tie rods, but as I jacked it up here, I noticed that the CV boot is completely torn. So I'm gonna have to change the CV boot here. So I'm not gonna be doing the control arms, tie rods, all that. I'm gonna be doing that on the lift at my work, because all that's gotta come out to do the CV anyway. So what we're gonna do right now is probably just put the coilovers on. So we're gonna go ahead, get those unboxed, and get them in the roller. All right, so I am gonna start to take the shock apart here, and then we're gonna get the max speeding rods coilovers in. Now the reason why I went with max speeding rods is they are pretty cheap, but also this is a budget build, so we are trying to stay on the cheaper side. I know I could have gotten something a little bit better like Megan Racing or Godspeed or something like that, but I've never tried these out. I've heard some people say good things about them, and I've heard some people say bad things about them. So we're gonna actually find out how good or how bad these actually are when we take the car to TMP.
Imagine flying higher than any other. I swear it's like deja vu when I'm alone with you. You say the last time was the last time, but I know you always come back through. Your heart's elastic. It's like every time you try to leave, you end up where you started. And my heart's elastic too. Your heart's elastic. It's like every time you try to leave, you end up where you started. And my heart's elastic too. Forces between us, pulling us closer, your love, it goes deeper, touching my soul. I swear it's like deja vu when I'm with you. You say last time was the last time, but I know that you'll always come back through. Your heart's elastic. It's like every time you try to leave, you end up where you started. And my heart's elastic too. Your heart's elastic.
All right, so the coilover is in. Very, very straightforward swap. Super easy, probably the easiest coilover actually ever done. A little bit easier than the Genesis 2. The only problem is the CV axle. I've never really done too many front wheel drive coilovers. Holy shit, that's exactly where it's gonna sit too. Damn, that's gonna be super low. All right, so everything is tight here. I just need to torque these bolts here, and then we're gonna pop the wheel back on. We're gonna see how far this sits, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll make adjustments as we need. All right, so off camera, I got the passenger side in. This is looking good. I did take a couple of measurements. I mean, I forgot to measure the left side dimensions, so I could adjust it to be the same on this side. So I just measured what I did on this side because I like the ride height on this side a lot better than that side. That side's a little bit higher. It's like half an inch taller because I measured just from the fender to the center cap. We're about at 11.5 inches. That side we're almost at almost completely a foot. So we're almost at like 12 inches. So we need to go half an inch lower. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to readjust that side and then we'll move on to the rear. So the rear is done. The camera died halfway through, but everything is adjusted, everything is tight. I had a problem with the sway bar links a little bit, so I'm just gonna get new links. Not too big of a deal. Other side is all good as well. The link actually broke on this side, so I gotta get new links regardless, but everything is on there, tight, torqued. The only one thing I'm noticing is just this left side has a lot more camber than the right side for some reason. Just looks like that way, but we'll figure it out when we take the car for an alignment. But I'm gonna pop the wheels on, bring the car outside, and show you guys as best I can in the dark here. All right, folks, car is all done. can hardly see because it's dark now. It's past midnight now, but it is all done. There is a lot of camber in the rear. You can hardly tell right now, but there's a lot of camber. I'll do a few clips at the end of the video here in the daylight showing you guys what it looks like. We do need to pick up some new rims for this thing, but honestly, coilovers went pretty smooth other than the right side, the sway bar link braking, and it was kind of tough to get it in. But anyway, that's how we're looking. Not too bad. I think we are going to continue the front suspension overhaul in a second video. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I am pretty tired. It's past midnight now. The Corolla looks absolutely sick with the coilovers. The only problem is on the rear, it is rubbing. I did have to put some spacers on, and it's still rubbing with the spacers, so we're going to have to get a better offset wheel and give it less camber in the back, because there's a lot of camber. There's at least maybe 3 to 3.5 degrees. It's way too much for a track setup. I only really want almost for the track really is either maybe 1 degree maximum. It depends. I gotta look in the Toyota forums or the Corolla forums, see what guys are running for track. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, guys. In the next video, we're gonna be doing the whole front suspension. That's doing the control arms, tie rods, sway bar links, all that good stuff. We're gonna be getting all that sorted out, and then after that's done, we're gonna get into the fun stuff, doing the engine stuff, manual swap, 2ZZ, all that good stuff. So until then, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.